Okay, well, it was good being here. I'll see you all later. Actually, my buddy James is going to help me fix this problem I've had with frickin' Celestia, but he doesn't want to do it live. So I'm going to stand down so that we're not doing it live, and then he can fix this, and I'll be back. So you can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. He was supposed to help me with it at 7, but then something came up, so which is fine. Cool. So I'll be back.
Oh, okay. I'll see you. I'm scared. Hold me. So yeah, that just happened. Hi. Hi. I guess I'm not trapped here with you. You're trapped here with me. I guess. We should probably put some music on. We'll do some chill. So hopefully Guy joins us later on in the stream? Question mark. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit here working on my thing. Yeah. So I was looking at headrests earlier today, and I tend to draw them as a square, but I really shouldn't because they're shaped. They have kind of a wavy shape to them. They're meant to be more comfortable for the driver. Well, for the person seated in the chair, so that when it's holding the head up, it's kind of cradled. And my art should reflect that. Yeah. Something like that. Oh no! No. Don't do that. So before the show started, we were talking about Watsy. Watsy did a stupid, and that's becoming quickly their theme for this year. Like, I get it. I know that some places really screwed up in. So, for those of you playing the home game, I'll give the short version. Watsy fucked up, sent a store out copies of the new edition of Magic. It was Aftermath, March of the Robots Aftermath, or March of the Machines Aftermath, early. Okay, that was a no-no. Now, stores have embargoes and things that, hey, they're not allowed to sell this stuff early. No problem. The store accidentally sent this stuff to a guy who bought a lot of products because he was going to do an unboxing of March of the Machines, which is the current set, for his YouTube show. Hey, it's a cat. Hi, cat.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Maybe? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, good. Good, because I was just streaming, so I would hope so.
Hey, Black Bats.
Hi, Neon Black Bats. What's up? How you doing?
How are you this evening, cat?
Pretty good. I literally just stopped streaming on YouTube. So now I'm gonna be streaming here.
Yay!
Uh-huh.
Well, I have work I'm getting done, so I will be working with you.
Nice.
Yeah, you missed last night where Guy and I were going through the archives of Global Comics.
Oh yeah, you told me. Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh wow, they have Antarctic Press on here. Wow, they
Yeah.
have this on here, and
Mm-hmm.
oh wow, there's a lot of things on here.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of content there. People need to go there and go read. We've got Frank Frazetta. Like when we got Frank Frazetta, I was like over the moon excited.
I'm heavy metal. I'm actually surprised you got them on the action as well.
Oh, hi Jade Steel. Yeah, we've actually had heavy metal for quite a while. Where have you guys been?
Well, over here, you know,
getting work done. Actually getting work done, unlike me.
Getting work done, eating glue. You know, the normal
Oh my goodness.
things.
Yeah, I've just been trying to get my pages done. I'm supposed to have some new pages out on Monday, and I only have 6. Well, not even 6. I almost have 6 of my 12 done. So yeah, gotta really get to work. I was stuck on my cover because I have a new cover now. And now that that's done, I can actually focus on things. I'm one of those people, I gotta get my stuff done and then I can focus on everything else that I was supposed to be doing in the first place.
I have a question for chat. When is issue 2 coming? I'm dying.
Well, the first half. Well, actually, I'm working on the first half of chapter 1 right now. So, the first half of chapter 2 will be coming out on May 1st, and the second half of chapter 2 will come out June 1st. I do half a chapter a month, and that's because I work full time for Global Comics. And sometimes that schedule can be a little unpredictable. It kind of depends on what I need to do and how tired I am after working, you know, like a mostly full-time, sometimes more than full-time job. So once a month is when I update. It's usually the first Monday of every month. I didn't update in April. I had some like personal stuff going on, so I wasn't able to finish my update. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try to make sure I always post an update on Insta. But I believe you're following me on Global Comics, so you should be fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Hopefully soon I can put up. I'll probably keep Armageddon issue 1 up as is.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'll do is I'll do an Armageddon issue 1.5, and that's this one with the improved art and the improved scenes, and see how people take to it.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bad way to do it. Yeah. I had the Godsbane pilot 2020 and 2021, and that did pretty well. So I decided to, it's time to commit. So, here I am.
Oh, I can explain that. Speed lines.
Oh, there's a couple different ways to do speed lines. Yeah. Were you the one who asked me just about the speed lines on YouTube? Was that you?
Who, me?
No, Jade.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, Miso, what am I feeding you? I can taste it. I will be right back. I'm gonna put some Arm & Hammer in it. I can taste it in my mouth. That is so gross.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so there's a couple of different ways you could do speed lines. Is the character like doing an action like this and you're trying to show the momentum off the object, or are you trying to do them moving through time and you're trying to show the lines in the panel? Because I can show you a couple of really nifty ways. One of them uses the rulers, and one of them uses vectors. She made a speed line, or she made a circle.
Why did you not bury it?
Okay, I'll have her teach both of us. Because she might have used the... She might have used this symmetrical ruler. Or the... Sorry, not that. The special ruler.
You trying to kill me, cat? Huh? Maybe I need to change your food. Lord have mercy. Have mercy, child. Okay, what? Okay, let's see. She did this thing where she made a circle. It made speed lines. Oh, okay. That's the speed line tool. It's literally it's called the saturated line tool, is what it's actually called. You just call it the speed, because there's speed lines and then there's what they call, so the technical term is saturated lines or flash. In Japanese, they just call them beta flashes. So actually, let me save this just because they run heavy on a computer. So let me do it in a separate illustration. I'll show you using this one. So let me hide this really quick. All right, so what you need to do is on the left-hand side. Oh, you can't see it. Let me move this. So
Let me make you bigger. So
well, I also need to adjust my stream here, so you can actually see all the tools. Okay. All right, now you should be able to see my tool set.
Yeah, and I have the you up on the big screen.
Okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, I've got a lot of tool sets here. So what you need to do is down here on the left-hand side, you should see a section here called Subtool Figure. There's a direct line, which is exactly what it looks like. It's just for drawing straight lines. No, you're good. I just want to save it just to make sure it doesn't crash. You're good. This is the best time to get this information when I'm live, so perfect opportunity. And then you have speed lines, which are straight lines. They can be, for example, I could just draw a little thing here, and it would throw them in. Whoops. Turn off. And then you can edit this as you like. You can rotate it. You can stretch it out. You can change the settings here. How thick or how thin you want them, how far apart or how close together. the scattering, even the length. You can change all of that here. And then it's the same for a scattered line, except let's go back to where we found our speed lines. You'll see something called they're called focus lines. Excuse me, I've seen a bazillion different names for these. But understand that speed lines are straight lines, it's like straight solid lines that they all go parallel to each other usually. And then if you have something that doesn't, it could also be considered speed lines, but they could also be called focus lines, saturated lines, or saturated bursts, or flashes. There's all different types of them. So that's probably why you were struggling to find any information on them, as they're called 50 million different things, depending on who you talk to. So what you can do is you can select any one of these. I've downloaded a couple of them, but this is probably like your most basic one. You just click, you'd be clicking in the center where you want them to go, and then click drag. You can make them circular. If you want them to be circular, just hold shift, and while you drag it, and it'll keep them the same shape. But if you want it customized in terms of an oval, you can do this. Now, if you wanted it at an angle, you could do this, and there you go, done.
Now, I'm going to add to this. I'm going to add a little bit of chaos to this.
Mm-hmm.
There is another way you can do this too, Black Neon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Over
that's the easier way.
Yeah, that's the easy way, and that's a really good way of just quickly doing it.
Yeah. Throw yourself back on the big screen though, so you can show them your way.
Yeah. So the way I do it. See, this is the nice thing, is you're going to get a couple of artists' different ways of doing things, because this program is so robust that there are a number of different ways this can be done.
Yeah, you can do them hand drawn too, using the radial ruler, like a perspective ruler. You could technically use the perspective ruler too if you wanted.
So under it's ruler down the side. If you go over to special ruler, under special ruler is a pull down menu where you can do radial line, parallel lines, all kinds of things. You go in here and let's say I want to have something right there. You can then start drawing in your lines.
Yep.
And do, something like that. And it allows you to customize it.
Yep, I have a similar thing where I have like special brushes for that. I'll actually do that and show you. I bought like special brushes like just for this to here, I'll show you. And that's what these secondary ones are. I forgot these are really picky.
Yeah, they're very picky, but once you get the hang of them,
it's just these particular brushes are grumpy. Yeah, see, they're not quite ending the way I want them to.
You're setting that up. I'm going to set up.
If I wanted to, I could go in. I could draw this like completely custom shape here. There you go. I've got like my own like nice little burst that I could use for something. So nice little burst. So yeah, I mean it's a pretty nifty tool. So What I usually do is I usually will start with the radial tool, the first one, the one that I showed, and then I'll find the center, and then I'll mark the center, and then add in a special ruler, and then customize it from there. That way I'm not using the exact same thing, and I can add a little bit of chaos manually as well. Mm-hmm.
And then the other way that you can do it is, I just set up for this. So let's say that you have a...
Oh, throw yourself up there, Kyan.
So let's say you're having an action, a guy's throwing a punch, and you want to show that action with speed lines. What you can do is set up a couple of vector layers. So you have one is your ink layer and the other is your speed line layer. Under your vector layer, or under the ink layer, go in and ink the object. So I'm just going to do this fast and dirty. Boom, they have Popeye arms, we don't care. Anyway, something like that. Now, if you come over here, you can actually go through and do your speed lines off of where the object is going. So the lead area is solid, and then the action of them moving through space will follow through. So you could do something like this. And once you're happy with where the lines are going, you can go back to your ink lines and delete them. And suddenly, you have that kind of speed line going.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I did that for the panel on the opposite side of this spread. I'll show you really quick. I did that for this one. Where I set up I set up a special ruler. Here, it's on this layer. You can just barely see it in pink right here. Like near where his eyeball is. You can see it's between his hand and in there. I set up a special ruler there so that anytime I drew, let me actually grab, put this in color just so you can see it. So now when I draw, it'll keep it parallel to all these lines. So essentially what I did is I came down here and I would just like draw like on this or its face, its head. That way they would all stay parallel to each other. So that's a really good way. And then I just got a brush that has a really nice fine point to it. So I could get these really nice fine lines doing the speed lines for this. So now I gotta get rid of all those lines.
Yeah.
There we go. So yeah,
but
that's what I do.
There's tons of ways. Don't think that you don't have options, or that one way you see is the only way of doing it.
Only way.
There are multiple ways, and you might find a way that works for you or is better than the way we do it, and that's perfectly okay.
Yep.
Yeah, this tool is so robust that there are hundreds of ways of doing things. Yeah, there's actually tons of screen tones built in. So one of the easiest is, I'll just grab a color. I'll grab this gray here just for the sake of showing you. Turn that off. I will make a new raster layer. All right. Fill. So you do one of two things. Over here under effect, you can click tone, and that will turn it into a tone layer. And then you can fiddle with it. You can, make them bigger or smaller, the dots. The density, you could use the color of the image or the brightness. And there's lots of different ways you can kind of fiddle around to make it work. Now remember, it might not look great because you're so close to it.
Something else to consider is a lot of people use too many tones. You should only, at most, you should only have 3 on a whole spread. 3, that's all you want to do. Like, if you use more than that, you might be using too much. Because a lot of people try to go full Yusuke Murata on their panels. And being able to use black and white in that sort of degree is something that is very time intensive, and it takes a lot of skill to learn. And so usually when starting out with tones, it's better to start out with using only 10, 30, 50, and 70. 70 is basically close to black, and then 10 is close to white, and then 30 and 50 will probably be the ones you end up using the most. But that would be probably the best recommendation, would be to start with some stuff like that. I'll probably make it quick because I really do have to stay on focus today. I've already lost a lot of time explaining stuff. So yeah, you send a picture and we can give our feedback, but I really do got to get back to work.
Yeah.
Because I have 6 pages to do by Monday. 7.5. No. That's what these sessions are for. So go ahead and send it to the Discord. I'll bring it up on my screen so Kyan can see it too.
Also, too, I don't know if you're part of the Duck Pond, but we have a Discord as well, so you can send it to us that way.
Yeah, and if you're in the Maneki manga server, I'll never hesitate to send it into feedback unless you have and I've just missed it, because I can't say I don't check the Maneki manga server during the day, but I'm at work, and so I try not to check on it because the Maneki server is not Global Comics related, so I try not to check it too much because that's disrespectful to my job. Okay, I'm not in that Discord, so I can't see it. I need to join that server. I'm surprised I haven't joined it yet.
Okay, I'll bring this up on my end.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm seeing kind of what the problem is. You're too dense.
Do you have it up? Because I can't see it.
I'm bringing it up.
Okay, sorry.
Right
I was
now.
just making sure I wasn't missing something.
Yeah, there is a Global Comics Discord. There's a Maneki manga Discord.
Yeah, I've got a Discord for manga creators as well. So, but Global Comics is the company that I work, the hosting platform. That's where I work. It's my full-time job.
And there are people there that will help you out definitely on that server as well.
Yep.
So getting feedback is very easy nowadays.
Yeah, you just have to be willing to ask for it, and I find that a lot of people are too afraid to ask for it. Because they either feel like they're inconveniencing people or whatever, and it's like, no, like, ask anyway. And, like, because my thing is about giving feedback is I love giving feedback. But a lot of people aren't willing to wait to get feedback because they want to get feedback, like, right now. And if they can't get it right now, they don't want to ask. And it's like, no, bro, like, you need to like, ask, and then I'll give it back to you when I can.
So this is very, very much what Kat was talking about.
Yeah, it's very... Yeah, it's too many textures at the moment, I think. Okay, sorry, you first.
So this is what I would do personally is it's being overwhelmed by the background one. And you want the character to stand out. So what I would actually do is take the background tone and make it lighter.
Ooh, I was going to suggest the opposite.
Yeah, you could go the other way and make it darker.
Yeah, and then add a white outline all around your character to help them stand out. Because you have some really, really interesting negative shapes. And I think adding in like a solid black background with like a white outline would make it really interesting. I feel like the tone at the moment is just too conflicting because it kind of muddies your composition a little bit. You have all of these beautiful textures in. So here's the thing. When you add texture, you're adding value. You're adding basically a tone, but with your hatching. And so when you do that, you have to count that also as part of your tone. And that's what a lot of people forget is they add in all this beautiful hatching, these beautiful lines, these beautiful crotch hatching, this beautiful texture. And then they'll throw in screen tones on top of it. And then it just makes it even darker. So you want to have a really strong sense of balance between adding in screen tones for both texture and value, and then adding in your own value via the hatching and cross hatching that you do via your inking. So you always have to keep both in mind. But I feel like it would be really, really cool to see it just like with a black background and have like some white line art around it, just to help some of those black fill shapes stand out. I think it would look really interesting. Yeah, so try to minimize your tones. If you use tones, try to use no more than 3. Don't use more than 3.
Yeah, that's why you'll notice on my comic, I'm not using screen tones. I'm sticking primarily to hatching because I don't want to lose the texture to the noise.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Kyan. I keep interrupting you. I am so sorry.
No. You're good. You're good. The other thing that you have to play with is this idea of how am I communicating with this art? So I have come to terms with the fact that I really like hatching and cross hatching. So one of the things I've been doing is using that as my primary means of communicating. Particularly doing color, or not colors, but showing shadows and shapes with hatching.
Yep. Yeah, it's really important to be in tune with the way that you communicate those things. That way you can stay consistent. For example, I hate coloring. I absolutely hate it with a burning passion, harder than 1,000 suns. It's just not how I communicate things. And so for me, whenever I have to use color, it's an extremely stressful process. But once I realize that, I mean, color is also value. And so I have a layer above my artwork that I'm constantly turning on and off, on and off, on and off, so that I can see what the value looks like as I'm coloring it, and then just turn it off and go back to coloring. And you guys remember when I was doing my cover? Dude, I completely changed the color scheme on the cover again. I changed the background. Have you seen the cover?
No, I have not.
Oh man, let me bring it up. So I changed, well, I didn't completely change the color scheme. I did change it pretty drastically. But this is what I ended up going with.
Oh, that's way better.
Yeah.
I like the pop that gives for both the title and the character. Because, if you look at this, you want the focus of your eyes to be on the character.
Yep.
So you have the white in the center, but it's okay because the character is right there.
Yep.
Hi, Merrick.
Hi, Merrick.
How are you doing this evening? It pops. It pops so your eye is instantly, hey, here's the character. And then the next thing it does is it goes up and it hits God's face.
Yep, and if you put it in color, in black and white, it's still, for the most part, pretty readable. It gets the wings get a little lost, so it's not perfect. I have a little bit of adjusting to do. But for the most part, it's pretty easy to see in color, and that was my main focus. So, yeah, it took a lot of. I'm really scared to see what this is gonna look like printed because I did orange.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared, and then that blue, I'm a little scared. But we'll see. I'm a master at the print though, so I'm pretty sure that I can edit it in CMYK and get like a, because I did CMYK, and that's what was stressing me out so much, is I kept like rechecking it for CMYK, and I was getting just so with all the colors, and I said, F it, I'm gonna do what I want. And I'll just adjust it later, because I used to work as a printer, so I know how to adjust it to, I know how to get the look that I want. I just have to actually do it. I just realized that I need a reference for my character's clothing. Coloring is so stressful. I hate it.
Yeah, I have a comic coming up that is gonna be colored, and I'm not looking forward to the extra time. In fact, I think this character's expression is exactly the expression you're going to be seeing time and time again. Just me doing it live of just, why am I doing this?
Why do I do this to myself? Why do I torture myself this way? Oh, and you're welcome, Jade. You're welcome. I'm glad that we could offer feedback to you.
Yeah. That's the thing with the show. And if Guy was here, hopefully he'll be back soon. He probably has even more things you could do.
Yeah. He works a lot in color, so he probably would be able to offer like way more than I could.
Yeah, particularly he does a lot of watercolor work, so he could help you out in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really nice having his feedback last night. Or the other night, whenever that was. See, I don't even remember anymore. I'm already trying to forget it because it was so traumatizing.
You're good.
No, I'm clearly traumatized, guys. I'm clearly traumatized. I can't handle it.
I'm gonna go over here and curl up into a ball and die.
Yeah, basically. The stress was too much for her and she perished. What happened to her? It's like that. I mean, what happened to her? She tried to color.
Another artist tried to color. It's the third one this week.
Wow, they're getting brave, those artists. This is a really good way to make your editor mad. Draw things on different layers. Cat, why do you keep doing that? Because I'm too lazy to go find the correct layer.
Yeah.
And this one's far more convenient.
But don't trap yourself into color. Don't.
Oh no, F that, bruh. F that. Never, ever, ever. As someone who used to post on Webtoon, don't do something that you're gonna hate. Don't do it. It is not worth it. It's just plain not worth it. I had a manga that I posted on Webtoon forever ago, before I joined Global Comics professionally. Just before I started posting on Global Comics in general. This was like 2016. And I hated it. I hated working in color just to appease the people. Excuse my language. Do I get one F word per stream? Like,
you can have as many F words as you want on this stream.
Okay. All right. Fuck color. Fuck Webtoons readers for requiring that you need to have color. Like, literally, when I posted my manga in black and white, people were like, this would look so much prettier in color. And I'm like, yeah, I probably would, but fuck that. It's my manga. You can either, like, I understand some might have just been casually saying it just to say it. And then there are people who actually mean it. And then there was a couple people that were like, I would read this, but it's not in color. And I'm like, okay, bye. Okay, like, clearly you're not my demographic.
Yeah.
Clearly you're not my psychographic. Like, clearly this is not the manga for you. This is not the manga for you. And manga doesn't have to be in black and white. There's a lot of manga that is in color, especially manhwa and manhua. So, like, there's a lot of, like, manga that is in color, even in, doujinshi, in terms of, like, the actual doujinshi market. There's a lot that's in color. So, like, don't feel like you have to color it if you don't want to. Because here's the thing. Like, I don't know how long your series is. If your series is really long, like, the honeymoon period ends really fast when you're working in comics, because you're drawing over and over and over, and, like, it never stops. Like, 60 panels, like, just the average. Okay, so let's say 45 panels, the average length for a single Webtoon episode, and, like, that Webtoon expects. 45 pages is between, I think it's like 10 to, it's around 8 to 12 pages of, like, normal, like traditional format, like I have here. That's 8 to 12 pages. Okay, like, do you know how long it takes you to draw one full page and color it? If you don't know how long that actually takes, you should time yourself. It takes me about 6 to 8 hours of solid focus time, no chatter, for me to finish one page. That's actually kind of slow. But it takes me 6 to 8 hours, sometimes 10 or 12 if I'm chatting like I am now, just to finish one page. and I have to do 10 of them a month. This month I have to do 12 for just so that it cuts off in a good spot. I could do 10, but I'm going to do 12. I'm going to shoot for 12. And then I do that every single month for the next 6 years. The next 6 years of my life will be drawing 10 or 12 pages a month. That honeymoon period wore off after I hit 20 pages. And every single time I tried to draw God's Bane in the past, I hit that wall at 20 pages. I'm not saying you will. But what I'm saying is there is a wall, and you will hit the wall, and your honeymoon period of, wow, this is so much fun, I love it, will disappear. And it will become, I fucking hate working on this project. I never want to look at it ever again. Right, Kyan?
Yep.
That wall will hit you. And so you want to be sure that whatever you're working on is something you are truly passionate for. Because that passion will not be there on a good chunk of the days that you're working on this project. You will not have the passion. And if you want to stay on a consistent schedule, and you should, you're going to have to work through it anyway. Unless you're aiming to be just a hobbyist, which is perfectly acceptable and fine. And you just do whatever you want, whenever you want. But also, like, the reason why consistency matters, and part of the reason why Webtoon shoots for it, and every creator that's professional shoots for it, is predictability helps readers make you part of their life.
Yeah. But
just like a TV show.
But the big thing is that
you have to be happy.
You are making this for you.
Yep.
You are not making this for them. Like, you can have demographics and psychographics and all that, but I believe it was the creator of Calvin and Hobbes has a quote where he goes, I was creating this. That's okay. Don't worry. He goes, I was creating Calvin and Hobbes for one person, and that was my wife.
Aw, that's actually adorable.
And so he never thought about his audience. He was creating this for one person's enjoyment. And in this,
sometimes it makes the best stuff.
And in this day and age, like
everyone encourages making stuff for other people because you want it to be exciting for them, you want it to be interesting to them. No, make for you first. But and the caveat is, do you want to be a pro? Do you want to be picked up by Webtoon? Do you want to be an original? Like, if you want to be an original, you have to know what it takes to be an original, and then do that before you're an original. Like, you can't wait until you're a pro and then go, oh, okay, yeah, now I'm going to do this many panels a week, blah, 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 blah. And you slowly work your way up to that level of productivity. Or as close as you can get and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Because a lot of people, I have a couple friends who are Webtoons originals, and they hate it. Like, one of them, once her series is done, she will never do it again. She wants to leave Webtoon and never be an original ever again. That's how hard it is. And she has a cruddy editor, too. I feel so bad for her. But, like, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
In practical terms, there's also another reason. And that is, before, the reason why people worked in color, black and white, is that it was the standards that were chosen by their culture. Here in America, the big three wanted everything in color. In Japan, they wanted to produce it cheaper, so everything was in black and white.
Yep, manga is made to be disposable. It's made to be thrown away, and there's no reason to print on really nice paper in color if it's designed to be thrown away.
Yeah, but what it proved was it doesn't matter which way you go, you'll get readers. don't feel that you are trapped into one thing or another. If you don't feel comfortable with color, don't do color. That can be a total um, choice on your part, a style choice on your part, and that is a completely acceptable choice. Be kind to yourself.
Yeah, never do something because other people tell you to. Never. Unless it's your editor and he's paying you to do the thing, then you should do it. But otherwise, do what you want to do.
Even then, I've heard some things about the Webtoons editors, and there's a number of them I would tell to take a long walk off a short pier.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, like it depends on like what your position of power is in the situation, and it's going to be different for every editor and every creator. But if you have the ability to say no, say no. And even if you don't think you have the ability to say no, you can still resist the first time and figure out where that is. Some editors absolutely love like hearing creators defend their choices, and then they go, "Oh, okay, that makes sense. Now I'll go with it." And then there are other editors who are like, I am your god, and you will say yes or no. Or you will say yes to me no matter what I say. Like, so it's going to depend. And so what you'll need to do is you'll need to decide, like, as soon as possible where that line is for you. Yeah. Hi, Bulldog. What's up?
Hey, Bulldog. How are you doing? Did I lose everything?
Did it crash?
I think the audio crashed.
Oh, okay. I can hear you.
Yeah, but I can't hear the music. There we go.
Uh-oh, did the audio cut out?
No, the music cut out.
Oh, weird.
Everything else is fine.
I do see your sound took your advice and said I do what I want.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad.
Well, I hope the game's going well for you, Bulldog.
And I've already eaten today and I'm still hungry.
Well, don't let me hold you back.
I don't even know what I would eat. Like I had a full lunch, I had a full dinner, and I'm still hungry. And that was like good healthy food. Like I don't know how many bean sprouts I ate today. I ate a lot. I ate half a cucumber, like a whole bag of beans. Well, I can't say a whole bag because a whole bag is different for everybody. Like a couple of fistfuls of bean sprouts, half a cucumber, like 2 thighs worth of chicken. What did I have for dinner? I forget. Oh, I had some rice noodles with some peas, some carrots, a beef patty, some more bean sprouts.
Wow, you went all out.
Yeah, I had a really, really nice dinner. That's why I started streaming on YouTube so late. I actually had a nap and a nice dinner. And I'm like, damn, like...
You're ready to go.
I'm starving. I'm still hungry. I'm probably not hungry. I'm probably thirsty. It's probably what it is.
Yeah, I have I have to watch out because I get the what's that term called? The Japanese have a wonderful phrase, and I forget what it's called, but it's essentially your mouth gets lonely, and that's the reason why you're eating.
That's so funny. I've never heard that before.
Shoot, I have to look it up, but it is.
That is so funny.
But they have a phrase for it where it's like you're mindlessly eating.
Mm-hmm. I think what it is, I think I just want ice cream really bad.
Oh, I hate that. Oh, yeah.
I have these Greek frozen Greek yogurt bars, and I really want one, like right now. I've been thinking about them literally all day. I think that's what it is. Because I kept telling myself I'll have it with dinner, and then I didn't have it. So maybe that's what it is. My body's just like, oh, where's my frozen yogurt?
Hey, you're forgetting about my yogurt.
Dude, these are exceptionally delicious frozen yogurts. Okay, like these are blueberry cheesecake flavored frozen Greek yogurt bars. And that
already sounds evil for me and my waistline.
Actually, they're not that bad. Like, I think the sugar per bar was only like 4 or 5 grams.
Yes. And they're probably very healthy if you keep it to 1. But I know me, and I'll be double fisting these things. That was really good.
Yeah, let me just eat the whole box. Yeah, they come in a box of 6 or 7, I think. So I have those, and then I also found another one that's flavored. It's just strawberry. And then I found mochi cream that is yuzu flavored. And yuzu is like citrusy, and it has actual pieces of yuzu. And so I'm like, oh my god, I want to eat all of them. I felt like I did exactly what you were talking about. That's why I'm bringing it up. I had like 1 piece of mochi. Like, I'm good at having 1 piece because I just need something a little bit sweet, and then I can move on. I ate 4 of them in a single night. 4 of the little mochi ice cream balls. I had 4 of them.
And that's when you begin to question everything.
I'd never had them before. I'd never had anything yuzu flavored other than my barbecue sauce. And so I was like, damn, this is really good. And so I ate 4. And then I have another Greek yogurt bar that is strawberry flavored. It's just strawberries and cream. And that one's really, really good. And it's like a solid ice cream bar, okay? Like, this isn't no wimpy, melty ice bar. This is a solid chunk of cream and strawberries frozen. Like, it feels different. It just feels denser, I think is a good way to put it. Like, it feels dense. Like they squished it together, froze it to make it like solid.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm getting my money's worth with this. Oh, also, do you want to guess what I found at the Korean grocery? Prickly pear fruit.
Ooh.
Right? I bought 3 packs of them things, and I will freeze them because you can freeze them. You have to be careful how you do it, but you can freeze them. Because I'm going to see. And I'm so they're not pink yet, so I have them in a brown bag. I'm gonna let them ripen just a little bit more before I freeze them. Because you know once they're too soft, they're not worth anything. They're just sad and gross. But yeah, I was not expecting to see prickly pear cactus in my Korean grocery store.
Yeah, it is. When it comes to like even food nowadays, it is amazing what you can get in the store.
Right?
That is like, well, normally you can only get that in this little province out of China, and it's like, due to all of the companies now, it's like, yeah, we could have it to you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's wild to me. I finally got some umeboshi, some pickled plums, so I can make some good old onigiri.
There you go.
Oh, no worries, Jade. No worries. We've just been chilling.
Yeah.
Get done talking about food. Classic.
This way. And that sidewalk is blocked that way. That wall there, and that there.
I'm really sad because all the star fruit seems to have disappeared. And that's like one of my favorites. And the pomelo is gone too. Sad.
Which ones?
The pomelo, like the huge, super thick skinned citrus fruit. They're so good.
Oh,
so good. I had my first one this year. And then I'm waiting. Oh, my grocery store took away the miyaki.
Oh,
Like, so just right? I was like, bruh, what am I supposed to have for breakfast? So I guess I'll just have smoothies now. Fine, I'll eat healthier.
I won't like it, but I'll do it.
Yeah. We'll do it
There
for the
is no-
okonomiyaki. I protest.
There is no okonomiyaki. Okay.
I'm gonna starve. I guess I'm gonna starve. To pull a Patrick Star.
Yeah, it's that scene from Kindergarten Cop where he screams, "There is no bathroom," and one of the kids just goes, "Oh!"
Yeah, because the kid gets it. The horror. Same kid, me too. Me too.
Yeah. It's like everybody in that scene feels it.
Yeah.
Even the audience, they're like, yep, been there.
In there. Yup. Come on, Aros, we're almost done with this panel. Thank bejesus. Thank the flying spaghetti monster for setting me free. I had a friend ask me what bejesus meant. And I said bedazzled Jesus. And we were just dying picturing this yassified Jesus. With like a bunch of like bedazzle in his hair and stuff and his clothes and had carried like a purse that was bedazzled.
Almost like the buddy Jesus or the buddy Christ from was it Dogma?
I think so. But yeah, he was like, he keeps saying but Jesus. He's like, who is that? I'm like, it's bedazzled Jesus. Do you not know? He's pretty conservative, so he didn't find it super funny, but I found it hilarious. I'm like, if you can't laugh at like your own faith, then you're a little too high strung, buddy. I laugh at mine all the time.
Yeah.
That's why I sold my soul to the character in my comic and got a tattoo in his name so that I may have amazing drawing manga skills. You think this should happen overnight? It did. I've seen that comic where this guy makes a deal with the devil to have good guitar playing skills, and the guy says, "Oh well, how what's the price?" And the devil says like 6 years of daily practice or something. That's your price for guitars. Like 6. Let me see if I can find it. Funny.
I saw one today that I have to share this. Hang on. It's here. Because thanks to a typo in the contract, the professor gained complete mastery of all knowledge in the heavens and the earth in exchange for his soup.
For soup?
His soup.
Wow.
That was the typo in the contract.
Wow.
So instead of his soul, it was his soup.
His soup. Wow, that's funny. I think I saw it on Twitter. Let me look for it on Twitter. I'll bet I can find it on Twitter. Oh, this is a funny one. Man, I'd sell my soul for a cold beer. You already sold your soul for some chili fries earlier. Man, I'd refinance my home at a higher interest rate for a cold beer. And then someone pops out of the same hole that Satan did, and he says, "Hello." It's funny. It's really funny. Trying to find that guitar one though. It was so good. I could have sworn I'd saved it to my computer, but I guess I didn't.
Okay, this is turned into a fun page.
Yeah, I can't find it. That's a bummer. Man, that was so funny. I'm gonna find it at like 3 in the morning. You watch. I'll be like, oh, I remember where I put it.
So I just learned a handy new trick that I applied to my panels, and that was using the subtool to use the brush that I use for inking to do all of my panel work, so it has the same quality. It's not that clean line.
So kind of like varying up your line texture and quality a bit.
Well, it makes it more consistent because it's the same texture as the pen I'm using, or the brush pen.
Oh, I see.
For or the brush setting I'm using for inking. So the panels now look like they were inked with the same pen.
Oh yeah. That just helps it to feel page just feel like cohesive and satisfying to look at because it actually looks consistent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even if it's not, the people don't notice it. It's one of those that
you
if
notice.
you don't have it, something just feels off and you can't figure out what it is.
Yep. They may not notice, but you do.
Well, even they might notice it, but they can't put their finger on what's wrong.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay.
You know, it's like when you don't put a certain seasoning in there, and you're sitting there going, "This tastes flat, but I don't know why."
Yeah.
Kind of that same idea. Boy, old me, you certainly got wordy on this page.
Sometimes you just gotta tell yourself to chill.
Yeah, I had verbal diarrhea on this page.
Not the phrase I was expecting. I've heard you say it before, though, so like I shouldn't be shocked about it. There we go. Aros, your hair is so fabu.
Huh?
I said, Aros, your hair is fab.
Oh, it's got the fab.
He's got the fab, yeah. His hair is so fluffy. It's criminal.
Look, I'm going to be frank. I thought your name was Momo.
Me? Or
No,
Aros,
no, no.
or...
This is my character being an absolute asshole right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so the one character goes, "Look, I'm going to be frank." And she responds with, "I thought your name was Momo."
Mm-hmm.
Shut it, edgelord. We haven't had any combat in 6 months.
Yeah, no one likes an edgelord. Unless you are said edgelord.
Well, she doesn't want to be there. So
Yeah.
she's purposefully poking them and trying to piss them off so that they
she can
throw
fight.
her out.
Oh,
So she can go back home.
Quitter.
And this is where she starts going, "Wait a minute, what do you mean? This doesn't make any sense." And so what they're telling her is very different from what she's experienced.
Mm-hmm. Mama didn't raise no quitter.
Yeah.
I don't know about Kanye, but I'm really picky about my pens. I have all of these pens, but I really only use 3 of them. Others I have for specific cases.
So I have one brush that I wind up using for like 90% of my stuff, and one eraser. But then I have texture brushes for specific circumstances. Like if one of the characters is a deacon, so I had to go out and search for embroidery brushes.
Yeah, I've got a character. Yep. Aros's clothing and the cover is a special I downloaded just for that, and then edit slightly. But like his outfit is hand drawn for the most part. But other characters, like some of like the religious clothing is all like custom brushes just to make my life easier.
Yeah. I have a fishnet stocking brush.
Oh, I remember
just
that
in
one.
Case. Like,
I remember you getting all excited about it.
Like, I love that one because it means in one swipe,
it's all done.
It's all done.
Yep.
Something that would take normally hours to do. I have a double line brush that I use for like strings for shoes.
Oh, smart.
Or, different things that requires like a very specific width all the way through. And then I have a ponytail brush that I use for not only just ponytails, but I also use it for like, in this case, Brig has on a stocking cap and it has that braid down the cap. And I use that for the braiding.
If you open your Clip Studio account, like where you go to download the asset store, and if you click on your username, there should be a download section. If you did download it, it should be in there. You just may not realize what it looks like without seeing, because for me, seeing the thumbnail helps me identify it. That's what I would do that way you know for sure, like, oh, these are all the ones I've downloaded for sure. And that way you can see it in the store. For whatever reason, my brain remembers them better in the store than when I'm looking through them, like, in Clip Studio. And now I have a special folder right I download. Sorry, I'm stretching my back really quick. Been drawing since 9 p.m. It's not even that long. But I've been up since 5. Tangent. No. Damn it. There, fixed. I don't even remember what Aros was supposed to say here. Za can keep him occupied while I look for Ren. Of course, next. What else would it be? Why would it be anything other than white text? see if I don't think this will fit, but not quite. Oh, it's in the wrong font. Dang it.
Oh, I hate that.
Well, this is a thought. So no, it's in the one. Damn, it's like a smidgen too thick. I could do that just a little bit. That's bad lettering though. I can get rid of that tangent better. Actually, let's change this. Got a better idea. Oof, that looks bad.
How would I use content ID to locate this?
Huh? A brush?
Yeah.
You just be able to type it in the search bar. Let me try, see if I can get it. $13.64.76. Oh, the custom G pen.
Isn't that the real G pen?
No, this is a slightly different one. I'll grab the link for you because I have it here. Put it in the private chat for you.
Sweet.
I'll give you the ones that I use that are really similar to this one. It's called the High Pen. It's one of my favorite pens. Oh, I can find it in my Clip Studio because I have it in its own folder. Yeah, everyone has like their own brush that just really works well for them. For me, the High Pen set is really, really nice. It's the one that I use pretty much every version of this brush. It's really awesome. I'll send it to you, Kyan. Can I type a regular chat? Oh, I can go to Twitch. I know I have the Twitch account, so I'll just go to Twitch really quick. Oh, come on. Connected to my butt. Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite brush set. And honestly, like, that's what matters the most, so that you find the pen that like, no pun intended, gels best with you.
Oh, please. Twitch, please.
Oh, did I forget to send it in private chat too? Sorry. There you go. Sorry. I thought I sent it in both places.
Okay, what's a Clippy?
Clippy is the CSP currency. It should be free. Like the clip, the one I sent you should be free.
Yeah, the high pen set is 50 Clippy.
Oh, they must have added that new because I didn't pay anything for it. That's a bummer. They probably got tired of so many people downloading it. It's got like 1,000 downloads. So they probably were like, "Hey, wait, I should this."
Yeah.
I have an ungodly amount of Clippy. Unfortunately. I have the gold plan, and so I get Clippy every month.
Ah, okay.
Hi, Miso. It's almost bedtime, hun. Almost. She's like,
I am here for the pet tax.
Right? Well, usually I'm in bed at 8 or 9 nowadays. That's why I'm struggling to stream. I'm thinking about streaming in the morning instead. Just so that I can relax more. And like stream after I've been up all day. Alright. go to the next panel. See if I can get it done. Oh, look at me. I already started. Oh, his necklace is backwards. I don't even remember starting on this. Must have been really tired because I don't remember. Miso. She's like, Mom. Oof, I gotta take out the trash. It's a little stinky. I hate smells when I'm trying to sleep. Oh my god, it's the worst. And my apartment is so small. It's like 280 square foot that I everything.
Yeah, I'm actually having to get used to smells again. I got COVID over the summer, and my sense of smell is just now starting to return. So I'm like, what's that? Oh God, what's that smell? Because I couldn't smell anything.
Yeah, I could smell stuff. I was really lucky. I lost my hearing for a while, though. Because I get ear infections pretty often, and I got a secondary infection after COVID. I think I'd rather lose my hearing though, like for a little bit, rather than my sense of smell and taste, because that would make life really sucky. Miso! Oh my gosh, child, I'm trying to work. Alright, I will now attempt to draw one-handed. Miso will, she wants to be held in such a way that one arm is supporting her while she sits on my shoulder. And it is really hard to draw like this. Saying Miso, not personal, completely not personal. I could, but okay, so I didn't lose my entirely. It was more like I couldn't really like hear my coworkers very well. I had to put captions on because it was more like muffled. Like, you know, when you put like noise canceling headphones on, you can still hear things, but you can't hear it very clearly. Or like if you're underwater and you hear people talking above you, like in a pool, you can still hear things, but it's kind of muffled unless you like really, really focus. That's kind of what it was. I wish you guys could see me so right now. Ow! That is on my bare skin, you butt munch. I wish you guys could see her right now. Okay, so like I'm sitting here. I've got one arm like this. Okay, well, this is my drawing arm, right? Okay, well, hang on. So this is me, here's the tablet. I've got, let's see, this is my left arm. I've got my arm here. Miso sitting right here. Sitting here in this arm. You know, and I'm kind of like, have it cupped under her. While I'm like trying to draw in this arm. So like if you're looking at it from the side, I'm sitting here. I've got my left arm right here. Miso's just sitting right here. Meanwhile, I have to like reach, keep all my arm all the way outstretched just to be able to draw, because she wants to sit with me. And so like I'm sitting here like under the chair. So I'm like holding her in this arm, like completely supporting her with one arm, because she doesn't want to sit on my shoulder anymore. She decided, nope, not the shoulder. F that. I want to sit on your entire arm, and you're going to support my entire 11 pounds with your one arm. Yeah,
Yeah, Miso is a cat.
Yeah, she's a cat. I'll grab a photo for you. She's an adorable cat. Which is why I put up with her BS. This is Miso. She is adorable. She's a bit of a troublemaker. But she's super fluffy and super adorable, and she knows it. Like, look at this cat. After we played, she just completely passed out.
It's like, I'm out.
Just like fell asleep on the floor, laid right there and fell asleep. She is really pretty. Yeah, she does have reds. You just can't really see it in a lot of photos. But she the light here is very blue, so it can't sit all over reds. But she does have a lot of reds. Pretty cat. Yeah, when she's outside, you definitely see it a little bit more. But you can see like the reds like in here. So she will walk on a leash most of the time. Sometimes she's like, nah, fuck that. Right, Miso? Yeah. They are spoiled to frick rotten. Just like that log.
Of course.
She cost me about $4,000 so she cute.
Yeah.
She had dental surgery, which was a good $800. And then she had, just for dental surgery. And then she had, she actually had a tooth infection that was, that had just started to go septic. And she was having seizures and everything. So I had to give her pay for her meds, pay for the emergency vet, pay for her surgery. And that was the first part. That was last March. And then last August, she had a tumor, a benign one, thank God. But the testing cost $900.
That is an expensive cat.
Yeah, and that's just her surgery, and that was just her surgery and her the testing alone was $900 just to get the test done. And for the actual surgery to get it removed was another $700. And then of course all of her emergency visits for the seizure she kept having, that was like $100 each. Because of course they happened on weekends or at night. Hi Guy, what's up?
I feel like I'm the great Urkel seizure. I feel like I'm showing up at the last minute just before the end of the universe going, so what did I miss?
Talking about my cat. And I worked on this panel. Got this panel done.
I'm glad you showed up.
You missed.
Thanks.
Yep.
And you missed a fantastic giant discussion about tones versus color, about treating yourself kindly when you draw, treating yourself kindly when you draw.
We are talking to you, right?
Yeah.
It's because we love you.
Brush pens and all
we love
that.
You.
Like, this has been a very active stream. This is going to be one of those. I suggest you go back and look at the archives, guy.
Right.
Because there was a lot of information we covered tonight.
I'm really glad that Kat showed up. Thank you, Kat.
Yes.
You're welcome.
I mean, like, that's a good thing. So to explain what's been kind of going on, I have been trying to fix so the long-standing joke about my star maps is because I took the data for my star maps, and all of the data that they ever give you in stars is how many degrees up from Earth's horizon, from the equator, and how many degrees from zero, which is Greenwich, right? So through the middle of England, and then how far out. But I've been trying to make my star maps in pizza box mode, which is, like a box with all the stars in it with lines that show how high they are in a zone, like bubbles suspended in a drink, right? So that's what I need to kind of show to give a good relative idea of where all these planets are from one another. And so you have to convert those three to Cartesian coordinates, X, Y, and Z. That's trigonometry.
Yep.
Every time I have done it, the stars never come up the same. I use the same data as Celestia, this program I'm using, and the stars are in completely different locations. They are all over the place, and none of them are in the same place. And it has been extraordinarily frustrating because I really want to be accurate here. This just started with a little thing where I was like, I'll just do this real quick. It'll, obviously everybody knows how to do it. Nobody actually seems to do maps of the galaxy in any way except like a flat cloth around the Earth. And I'm like, why would you? I mean, people want to know what the structure of the galaxy looks like, right?
Probably because it's so infinite, it's easier to do a flat version for now.
Yeah, probably.
And maybe that's their thoughts process.
But I really have a hard time getting even the guys. So I found out anyway, the long and the short of it is I found out that Celestia takes all the data and converts it to XYZ coordinates too. So it already did the math, and people who are better at math than me did the math. All I need is for Celestia to tell me the X, Y, and Z coordinate of a star. That's it.
Yep.
And I started and I had this realization back in March. I was like, okay, this will be easy. No, it isn't easy. I mean, I can get the data for each individual star, but I've got some 60 stars in my comic. The story surrounds 60 stars.
Yeah.
So going through each and every one of those and getting the XYZ out of it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
But so what happened was I called my buddy James, who is a programmer. And I was like, look, all I need to do is make a function. That's it. Which just says, get the information from line 1 and then feed back the XYZ. And then get the information from line 2 and XYZ. And so it needs to be a function. And I don't know how to make functions because I'm not that good at programming. So he's like, yeah, I'll be with you in just a minute. Then he had to go do something all night. And so he finally calls me as the opening credits are rolling and says, I'm available now. Let's do this. And I'm like, okay, you're going to have to wait 3 minutes and 21 seconds now. Because they had to wait for the end of the rollout so I could get in here to tell Kayan that I'm leaving.
Oh, I see.
And I thought for sure this was a 5-minute job for him. It was going to be super easy. He wasn't going to have any problems at all. Nope. It's like Celestia just does not want to let the information go. We were actually in the core code of Celestia for a little while there, trying to tear it all apart.
Wow.
So, anyway, that's what happened. In the end, it is now printing it onto screen here. That's fine. I'll manually write them all down. I'll write all the numbers down and I'll just get over it. But now the numbers are all wrong. He's like, no matter which way you look at it, I don't think that the galactic center is 15 trillion light years from Bellatrix. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, that's not even in our galaxy. That's a long way.
Whoops.
That's out quite a bit. So something's wrong with the math, but that's math that I can handle. I think they just changed the scale of how Celestia operates. So I think that's all that it is.
So I just need
That
to
would
dink
be
with those numbers.
frustrating.
And it's
Another famous last words.
the things that my ADD makes me obsess over are also things that I think other people are attracted to in my comic.
Mhm.
You know, like the details to the ribbons and the details to the pieces of the uniforms and how the spaceships work and stuff like that. So I
Yeah.
grant myself a little bit of crazy on this.
I think
because
that's fair.
You know, people really would dig being able to see the the space, the stars around Bellatrix, and it adds to it
Mhm,
if you
mhm.
know all those stars really are there, like those are real stars.
Yep.
You know, Momo is actually a real star. You know,
Yep. Yeah, no, that definitely adds to it. Like that just makes it feel more real. And not only that, like it just adds like an extra layer of wow, like this person really did their research.
yeah, it's a thing, and so I feel like
I don't think that's something you should feel bad about, guy. If you are, please don't feel bad about it.
oh no. I think really the only thing I feel at all is that once Brent catches on that I spent this entire evening on star maps, he's going to kill me.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's part of the reason why there's the ongoing joke about star maps, because this became really frustrating for me. You know, we had the star maps. I was sure that they were correct. Then I loaded up Celestia and I tried to just go from Bellatrix to the next star, and I couldn't because the next star was hundreds of light years away. And I'm like, that's not right. It can't be this. It's 4 light years away on the map. How can it be 100 light years away in Celestia? And so I was like, I'm doing the math wrong. And sure enough, my math was wrong. And it was like, I just so aggravated. So anyway, we've got it spitting out the right data here inside the program. So all I need to do is just figure out why it's trillions of light years. What's the scale? So other than that, we got all of it. So there's that. It's a thing. The biggest problem also is that at the moment, the Celestia forums are down. So you can't ask anybody anything. Because all the forums were on a Russian server that just got taken down because of the war. So one of the Celestia fans has been hosting it on his Russian server, and he's Russian, and now it's toast. So they're moving it, but it's not going to be back up for another month and a half because there's this like 90-day wait period you have to do now to prove that you're not just being a Russian, trying to make bots to damage the US or whatever.
Oh, Jesus.
So he of course is just an astronomer. It's like, no, I'm just an astronomer. I just happen to live in Russia. I happen to be Russian.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'm evil.
The crime of being Russian. Classic gotcha.
Right? He's like, I'm an astronomer. I look at stars. That's all I do. It's kind of weird when you're dealing with a situation like that,
I can imagine it would be incredibly frustrating. Because, I'm just trying to do my stuff. Leave me alone.
Right? But it also is kind of humanizing. We always sit here and talk about Russians and Chinese and stuff like that. And I'm actually dealing with a Russian who is just an astronomer. It's like he's not trying to do anything. He just wants to, chart some stars.
Astronomer.
He just wants to chart stars. That's all he wants. So, oh well, it was good. I'm glad you were here to keep Can company.
Yeah, like I said, you're gonna want to watch this episode because we go into speed lines, we go into inking, we go into. There was a lot of topics tonight.
Seems like a thing when
actually
I visit.
It was an amazing show.
Oh, well.
I really like it when you show up though, because of that.
Thank
I
you.
learn so much every time you do that.
Yeah, I was streaming on my own channel, and then I remembered that you guys, and I was like, oh shoot, I should probably go over there. And I'd been streaming for about 2 hours on my channel, and so I just popped on over and started streaming over here.
You can connect restream to your channels.
I need to do that so I can just stream to both places.
Like and it I don't know how to do it because I've always been the host, but
Yeah.
Colton figured it out. He was dinking around and he figured it out.
Yeah, I've never used Restream before. Only StreamYard, so I gotta figure out how to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like when you come in, it says, "Do you want to link your channels or something like that?"
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah, because if you do, then once you join our stream, it'll automatically broadcast out to yours as well.
Oh, nice.
So
nice.
going out on ours are hard coded in, so to speak. So it always goes out to Kayan's and mine all the time, which is kind of funny. Whenever like Kayan solos, it still broadcasts out on mine, and when I solo, it broadcasts out his. But it's all right. But I mean,
yeah, I need to add it. Well, that too, because I'm trying to get back into streaming, so that would definitely help me.
Yeah, if you want to join us and just stream to your streams while you're at it, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I would just do that.
You are definitely quack material.
Yeah,
I also found out on Discord I can hit a quack button and it quacks. I found that out today.
Oh yeah, the new soundboards. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh hey, Neon Black posted a picture. Oh wow.
Yeah, they were earlier so that we could talk about tones, and they wanted feedback.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was part of what we did earlier.
Because that's pretty wild.
Yeah, we were talking about tones, and in this case, what's happening is the tones are interfering with the picture just a little bit.
Yep, Morier.
And so we were giving suggestions on how to make the character pop a little better and make the tones play a little better with the picture.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I feel like it was too much dark, and so I suggested either take advantage of a large amount of dark and just make background with some white outlines to help make the form a little bit more clear. And then Kayan suggested a lighter background if you want to use what you already have and make it visible. I frankly am a big fan of using like a lot of dark fills to your advantage.
Yeah. Well, and as I recall, her comic is vampire comics, so it's going to be dark.
Yeah, it's a lot of. That would be super.
Yep. Definitely.
Oh, Guy, did you see the cover? I finally finished. I did finish it.
Oh, I want to see your cover.
Yeah, let me open it. I did change the background. I did change the colors a little bit more. So here's what I ended up going with.
Yeah. I like it. I do like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just took the skulls out. They were just not helping it at all.
We were, Kayan and I were going through Global Comics night before last. And marveling at our competition. But
I mean, you cut out a little bit. What about marveling?
Marveling at our competition, just simply because we were like, wow, there is some serious competition here.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that this morning, I think.
Yeah, but I mean, also looking at my cover versus like the covers that are out there whenever you search, I had a generic cover for both of them, and I think I need to make a cover that it's like more like what you just did, because everybody else is posting a cover, like a comic cover, and mine was just not a placeholder picture, but I didn't realize how it was presenting, so I'm going to make a new cover to go in there and match up with everybody else.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
I think that's a good idea, personally. So, anyway.
Anyways, it is after
It is
midnight.
after our bedtime, folks.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
So, I think it's time for all us good old kiddos to hit the hay. Thank you for joining us, Scott.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
We love you. Just so you know.
I always appreciate hearing it.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Merrick. I don't think you're here now, but you were here earlier. Thank you. Neon, thank you for hanging out with us. I hope we helped you with your questions and gave you some nice, solid solutions.
Yep. Yeah. And I don't know if David's out there. You out there, David? Sometimes he's out there. Guess he's not. That's all right. Be hanging out with him later. Cool. Well, it was great being with you guys for the 5 seconds that I was here. So, like the great Urkel seizure, I show up at the restaurant at the end of the universe to go, so what did I miss? The world ends. The universe ends. This is a hitchhiker's joke. I love this one. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow morning. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.